from previous occasions that the former royal known as Meghan Markle, Duchess of Sussex, does wield some power. Whichever way you look at it, she truly does. Let's not forget, of course, she contacted a very big channel over here in the United Kingdom, ITV, after their star presenter dared to question the authenticity of what she was saying in that interview with Oprah Winfrey. As we now all know, that resulted in a very sticky moment, with the presenter being asked to leave, fired, removed, whichever way you want to look at it. But it does appear that Meghan still holds some power, and here's the reason why. Hi, good morning, Neil Sean here in the very heart of London. As ever, nice to see you today. I hope you're all keeping well, fine and dandy. By the river, a little bit cooler, yes. By the way, did you know on this day, way back in 1969, this intrigued me. Did you have one of these? That's right, a space hopper. Did you have one? I don't think I had one. I think I borrowed one from a friend. Well, didn't it look daft jumping up and down on that? You could only do about 12 rounds, couldn't you? They were the biggest selling thing in 1969. I didn't get it then, before you're asking, no. It was still popular years later. And they did all different colours, do you remember, and put different faces on. You could get pop stars' names on it, all that sort of stuff. I don't know where the space hopper's gone now in the annals of pop culture, but seemingly, somewhere, somehow, somebody still holds the remit to still make them. Will they ever make a comeback, and would you dare risk going on one now? Oh no. Won't be able to get on it, would you? Back as ever though to your breaking roll story of the day. This story really is fascinating because it all centres upon the news channel CNN. They put a report out very quickly after the Oprah Winfrey interview, citing many different reasons as to why Meghan's story regarding that particular interview perhaps weren't factually correct. And as ever, we're being kind here. Now, when you're a big news organisation like CNN, you know, one has to remember that, you know, it's their job to be impartial, to report the news, and more importantly, make sure they're factually correct. So the report that they put out was indeed well balanced, well presented, and more importantly, it said what the interview was about. And then it disappeared. And then a few people noticed this and decided to repost it. But then that was removed also from YouTube. Fascinating stuff, isn't it? So we did a bit of investigating. And as ever, it's complexing in itself because seemingly, you know, one might say that Harry and Meghan do indeed have some power within certain circles. Why, how, remains to be seen. But of course, if you look online, it's very hard to find full versions now, full, you know, length versions of the interview with Oprah Winfrey, Meghan Markle and Prince Harry. And when you think about it, she still must be spitting feathers, given the fact that Meghan didn't remember the fire story in South Africa for her programme. Maybe she was saving it all along for the podcast, who knows? But here's where it gets interesting because, as ever, the bigger reason why a channel like CNN do not want to keep that sort of thing up and above was the head of the channel at that time didn't think it suited the remit. You understand? So the bottom line is that by removing it, then Harry and Meghan couldn't be offended. But more importantly, they were looking for a bigger reach, and this still holds today. And as ever, we have to say allegedly. Channels like that, you see, don't want to go too hard against the former royals because they believe they are ratings pullers, you know. We've seen Prince Harry sit down with NBC, or with CBS, with James Corden, the usual guff, you know, but they do get people watching, not necessarily on TV, which is a dying art, but on here, digital media, people click on and they can make a lot of money. So that truly, if people are asking, is the reason why CNN decided to quickly remove any negativity towards Harry and Meghan. Now the bigger question is, did they remove it of their own accord? Or like ITV over here in the United Kingdom, were they asked by a personal request from a duchess based out in California? So far, no one wants to commit to that. Whichever way you look at it though, it's missing. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.